Okay, in this lesson we'll be looking at data that is displayed in either a circle graph or a pie graph, whichever way you want to call it is named either one. Um, and first of all, circle graphs or pie graphs are used to display data that is part of a whole. Okay, so you need to know every piece of a certain category of data in order to use a circle graph. You can't have a category missing. You can't have an extra category. Your data can't add up to more than 100% or be less than 100%. So important to know there. And it can be deceptive when the categories don't add up to 100%. To be mathematically correct, your categories have to add up to 100%. And sometimes they'll create a pie graph and they'll purposely leave a category out, but fill up all 360 degrees of the circle. And then when you add the percentages up, they don't add up to 100, and it can be deceptive that way. So you want to make sure you check that out. Okay, so here's a question. It says use the graph below to answer these questions. Notice the title. Every graph has a title. Should cell phones be allowed when driving? And so 3% of the people said they don't know. 40% of the people said yes, every driver should be able to do that. 42% of the people said only drivers over 18 should be able to use their cell phones. 15% of the people said nobody should be able to use their cell phones while driving. So, in the first question, it says if 1,200 people were surveyed, how many would believe that drivers over 18 should be allowed to use cell phones? So, drivers over 18 would be these people right here, which is 42% of however many people were surveyed. So, if 1,200 people were surveyed, then I need to take 42% of 1,200. And remember that to take 42% of 1,200, you just take 1,200 times 0.42, and you will get 504 people would believe that drivers over 18 should use their cell phones. If 2,500 people were surveyed, how many believe cell phones should be allowed or they don't know? Okay, so that would be, shouldn't be allowed, sorry. So not allowed is this 15% right here, and then don't know, this is running off the screen, but is that 3% there. So there's an 18% people total that either don't think you should use cell phones or they don't know. So then you need to figure out what 18% of 2,500 is. So you would just go 2,500 times 0.18, and that will give you 450 people. Okay? And that will do it for our circle graph discussion.